got caught up with the rest, and by the rest I mean the new host of friends that we had met.
A heart without a soul cannot beat.
My group was brought in, and we were told that we were to join a war.
A heart that cannot beat turns to ice.
I had a whole breakdown about the fact that everyone that I know and love is dead. I got captured, imprisoned by some Cloudvales.
The ice hides what once was.
At that prison camp that I learned that only almost everyone I know and love is dead because Thicket actually survived, so that was a nice surprise.
Until the soul comes calling again.
We then had to find this prisoner, and we have successfully done that.
To awaken what lies.
And then I was immediately kind of kidnapped by one of the saber-toothed people, and I don't know where they're taking me.
Beneath the frost.
Yeah, where specifically we last left off, Keep and Vaya had Bastion on the back of one of Vaya's tigers, and were riding away from the Cloudvale camp, as Thicket rode his Cuddyren Eidolon through the sky.
Oh yes, that was the other big thing.
We did really
Cutty
gloss
Wren.
over the existence of the Cuddyren.
We sort of did do that. I apologize. My mental state is a bit taken up by worrying about my noise. But that's fine. Either way, the Cutty Wren, it's kind of me son now. The egg hatched, courtesy of the deep green, and it's now me summon.
Sorry, the first time you said it, did you say it's kind of my summon now, or it's kind of my son now?
My son.
Okay. So we did get both those words in there. Just checking.
Yes, yep, both of them.
Excellent. So you've all exited the battlefield, and upon your escape, the remaining saber-tooth forces retreated, and you have all made your way back to the war camp. And as you arrive, Keep just kind of wanders off, leaving it as just Thicket, Bastion, and Vaya, and of course the three cats.
Do you know where we are?
I can't say that I do.
Well,
Thicket is going to turn. Real quick, Thicket is going to turn to Vaya and ask, "Sorry, do you know where we are? And also, where are the other ones going?"
She just stares at you and does not say anything.
Well, very simply,
She's not particularly talkative.
It's pretty clear to you all that you're in a saber-tooth camp, judging by the massive amount of other saber-tooth around you.
Right, so I guess, Thicket is going to, I guess, continuing on from, the question that he asked. So, pardon me asking, but, who are you exactly? And why are you with Bastion?
Vaya looks over to you, and you see that she has a cat perched on her shoulder that she's just petting as she talks to you. And with a sigh, she then starts to make motions with her hands and converse with you in sign language, which you're very surprised you suddenly understand. As she signs, "I'm Vaya."
I got the feeling your name is Vaya, and I'm not quite sure why or how I know that.
She just kind of shrugs at you And then I believe question 2 was something about where we are. So she just motions to as the DM described, the very obvious saber-tooth camp. And that's kind of it. She just motions to them. She lets her mount sort of wander off to go to. Do they have like stables? I'd imagine they'd have something like that.
They don't really have stables. Typically, each individual saber-tooth is very closely bonded to their tigers, so they just sort of keep them around, like pretty much the whole day.
Oh, okay. I was picturing her like letting it go home and.
Oh yeah, like they do that. They'll go. they'll like go. They can like go and nap in your tent or just hang out and do their own thing. All of the tigers are very, again, bonded and trained. So even
They'll
if you just let them go,
on top of you.
Yeah, they'll just wander, but they'll always come back when you call.
Okay. Yeah, she motions for all of her little babies to go to the camp, to her, spot. And yeah, that's kind of her exchange with Thicket. She's not very interested in continuing that conversation.
And as you show your disinterest in this conversation, Chief Brokath steps up to you all. Well then, I'm glad that you have survived Vere's Keep. I take your stunned silence to mean that Keep is either dead or has wandered off.
Sorry, who is Keep?
Oh yes, the long ears. I'm more saying this to Vaya as, she was the one who was assigned to work with Keep to rescue you.
Oh. So this is Vaya.
Yes, this is Vaya. They did
Hello.
not introduce
yes.
themselves. That is fair enough.
That's Vaya. We've been
also,
introduced.
Speaking of introductions, hello, Bastion Parker. I believe your name is. I am Chief Brokath of the Sabretooth. We have not formally met before, but I have seen your prowess on the battlefield firsthand, and I must admit I am glad that you are on our side.
A pleasure to meet you as well. Thicket has spoken highly of you.
How's he now? He turns to look at you, Thicket. You have changed.
Hi. I've learned a lot since we last met, Brokath, and I only hope that you and the rest of the tribe can forgive me for our last encounter.
He furrows his brow. There is nothing to forgive, my friend.
But I thank you, friend.
Come now. We have work to get to. Next steps to plan.
Aye.
And as he starts leading you towards his tent, he starts telling you some more information. So, that last attack wiped out a majority of our forces. We have gone down from 6 warbands to 3. And 2 of those remaining warbands are at half strengths. So I have combined them all under the command of our one remaining war chieftain. He will be working closely with us in this next phase as we figure out exactly what to do next. He looks at you, Thicket. There are not many of us left. So, I really hope that without your, he motions to his chest, whatever that was, you are still effective.
Are we in a tent, or are we in open air?
You are in open air, and you are like right outside Brokath's tent.
Okay, how much like free space is there around us?
Pretty decent free space. There's a bunch of people wandering around, but they're giving you a decently wide berth.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna summon the Cuddy Wren.
Okay, you summon the Cuddy Wren, and just you hear gasps all around you.
So, the good news is, we've got that covered with, arguably, a, better source. Well, not arguably. Is a stronger, better source of power for me.
Yes, I can see that. But all right, I don't know if he will fit in the tent, so.
Not like that, but, Cuddy, come on down and, I'll give you some jerky. And I'd like to unsummon the Cuddy Wren.
The Cuddy Wren shrinks back down into its little bird, tiny bird size, shrinks down right onto your shoulder. Right.
Of course, the bad news is the Cloudvales have mining equipment and they intend to go after the heart.
Yes, well, I have some more information on that. My scouts already hard at work. Come on in. He opens the flap of the tent and lets you all in.
I will follow this man into his tent.
You follow this man into his tent, and inside, you see another saber-tooth. Jacob, what do they see when they look at Snarf?
You see a quite a large, white furred, orange striped, cat folk. Same as not the same, but cat folk. He is adorned in a pretty strong looking armor with a sturdy shield, a spear, and a sword at his hip.
And he appears to have painted over his stripes in red.
Ooh.
Yes.
Does it look like blood or does it look like paint?
It looks like blood attempting to, or no, it looks like paint attempting to be blood.
My opinion of him
like-
has slightly lowered, but that's okay.
He looks like some sort of war god.
So
Well,
Snarf
cool. That's what I was going for.
says Snarf to absolutely nobody in particular. As
Who are they
these,
talking to? I don't know.
as these strangers walk in, followed by the chief. Well, not entirely strangers. You recognize one of them, another saber-tooth, Via. So Snarf, why don't you tell us two pieces of information that would be known about Snarf by a majority of Sabertooth, and one piece of information that Via in particular might know about you.
Two things about Snow. No, we didn't really establish very much with him, did we?
So make it up.
Fair enough.
Improv,
Welcome to
baby.
the improv part of our improv game.
Oh
It's a rite of
god.
passage. We had
Not
to
good
do
at
this last
improv.
week.
You've had like a month. You can come up with something.
Oh wait, it's been 2 weeks. Yeah.
Well, I guess something that Vi would know about Snarf is that he's a bit of a he takes his job extremely seriously, almost like too seriously sometimes. He's just kind of like he's a bit of a stick in the mud. He's you can kind of tell that from the fact that he's pretty well put together for a saber-tooth that for like being in a saber-tooth tribe that tends to not be the most put together. He seems pretty well put together and like up to snuff, I guess. I think the second thing would be that he's ironically enough, he's kind of like grossed out by meat, so he's vegetarian.
Huh?
Yeah, he's just like
What?
yeah, he's just
so-
like, I don't like really. He just like doesn't really vibe with the whole meat thing. Like he's tried it. He's a saber tooth. He's had to try it at some point in his life, and like every time that he's tried to eat it, he just it just can't go down. It doesn't go down.
Man
So-
lives exclusively off frost coffee, so he's wired all the time.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Alive.
I mean, that's why that's how he got to the position that he's in.
Correct
Like
me
he's
if I'm wrong.
he's like constantly he's like the most alert member of the entire tribe. Like of course they're gonna make him like one of their top bodyguards. Yeah,
Isn't
the
frost
guy.
coffee the only vegetation that grows on the continent?
It's like
Yeah.
the only plant other than the forest.
Yeah. So this guy
So,
basically is like
It's a
you
diet of
have
exclusively caffeinated sweet potatoes.
yeah, like the rest of the tribe has no idea how he maintains the muscle mass that he does that he has, because like
it's
his
not
diet
possible.
has zero protein.
I really hate to tell you this. That's not possible, though.
Well, he
Maybe
made it
it's
possible, and also you asked for
either.
improv, so
So
I imagine he has like protein powder.
So he gets protein from the bugs that live on the frost coffee. He just eats it raw.
No, that's
Um,
considered meat, though.
No,
He doesn't know it's
depends.
meat.
no, it's kind of like
Them's
it's
bugs.
it's kind of like when pirates like have their bread infested by bugs. They just like kind of ignore that it's there, and they're like, yeah, that's how I'm getting protein today, I guess.
Anyways,
Sorry,
Via.
So you're against eating others, but you're not against eating bugs?
Well, bugs
he,
aren't people.
He doesn't. He just ignores it. He purposefully doesn't notice it.
Anyways, Via, why don't you tell us a fact that Snarf would know about you?
A singular one, or am I doing the two and then one personal?
Up to you.
Oh, okay. I'll give Snarf 2 then, because he just gave me 2. You know that Via is very... this is the same one I told Keep, so I apologize. Via is very disconnected from others in a way. Just due to her mother leaving the tribe when she was very young, so she just doesn't get close to people. And then her other fact is, you notice she like waves her hands around a lot, but you have no idea why. And everyone around you seems to understand, and you're really confused, and you're too afraid to ask.
I love this characterization that Aaron has put on to Snarf now.
So, Snarf, you see these people walk in. A Nantan, someone who looks like obviously one of the foreigners, Via, who you've met before, and Chief Brokov himself, as you have been in here studying the battle plans.
So maybe not the characterization part, but you notice she waves her hands around a lot, is what I'm gonna say.
So, Snarf, there's all these people here. Do you greet them, or say anything? Or do anything? Or give me something to work with?
Me?
Who else is
Sorry, I'm
named
not used to the name
Snarf?
yet. I'm not used to the name yet. I'm sorry.
Yes, all of us are Snarf now.
Sorry.
It's like
can
I
you-
am Spartacus.
Not even Snarf, it's Snarf. There's a J
Yep,
in there.
Snarf. Yep, it's actually Snajarf.
I'm gonna slam my head agast a wall. Give me
I will
something.
have you know, when
No,
I saw
it's
it,
Snarf.
I
It's Snarf. It's
initially thought that was the name of one of Via's cats.
Yeah, we have Skrunkle, Slinky, and Squeegee. Snarf could have easily fit in there.
Exactly.
I think it would have been really funny if like you had a Snarf and a Snarf, and we just never acknowledged it.
Speaking of people named Snarf, what do you do when people walk in?
Well, I'm gonna point my spear at them. I'm assuming that I don't recognize anybody here.
Well, you recognize Vaya and you recognize your chief.
Okay, so I recognize them. My eyes like kind of dart at like the people who I don't recognize, and I point my spear at them, and I'm like, Chieftain, who are they? That was a terrible accent. I can do better than that.
No, that's fine.
No, it's okay. We're in this together.
Snuff, meet Bastion Parker and Thicket of Crochel.
Those are weird names. I do not trust them.
Well, I'm not too crazy about you pointing a spear at me either,
smear?
buddy. So, yeah,
Smear?
a smear of cream cheese. You pointed a
What is
smear
this?
of cream cheese at me. Are
What
you
is
happy?
this? A New York bagel deli?
Snuff, put the spear down. They are our allies in this. They're integral to this, working out in our favor.
As you command, Chieftain. Snarf drops the spear.
You didn't have to be so dramatic, but okay. Good enough.
I followed your orders, sir.
Briar looks so fucking annoyed.
Brokath
It's like, oh, this is what we're working with? Okay.
Brokath just sort of rubs his temples.
Yeah, he's extreme. Snarf is extremely literal.
Brokath just rubs his temples. Why did you have to be the only one to survive? Okay.
That's cool.
Thicket is just going to give Bastion this like pained smile, like he's smiling through the pain.
Okay.
Like, oh my god, this
Bastion's
is what we're
gonna
dealing
nod
with.
at him.
So, that last attack took a lot out of us, but it gave us some time to reorganize and gain some new information. So, my scouts tell me that the Cloudvales have fully moved in force into Yagual and are attempting to excavate Crochel. They already were there the moment that they captured you, Bastion. But now they have sent more forces, and I am not entirely clear as to why. Where is the Solar Frost?
So, I think
That's
it's
a bit of
time
a
we
Complicated
cut you up
story.
to speed on that. So, long story short, the Solar Frost got up and walked away. Short story longer, and I'm going to explain. I'm still in character. So, our good dear friend Cranberry decided to go off on
Bastion
his own.
is pinching the bridge of her nose at our dear good friend Cranberry, just being like, oh god. Okay.
It turns out was an elemental named Nexus led us, or rather me, into the heart of Crochel, deep into the well, and then it attacked all of us, and well, it didn't go particularly well. I was a bit stunted during that battle, and a couple of me friends died. There, it was not great. But Bastion and I,
No offense,
escaped.
but please cut to the chase. Solar Frost, where is it?
yes, deep underground,
The
under
important part
Crochel.
is that it was in Cranberry who turned into Nexus, and when Nexus died, it altered the stone, and neither of us was able to grab it before everything came collapsing down around us. So they're digging for it.
Okay. A few statements. First one. Shit. Second one.
Aye.
He stares directly at you, Thicket.
I fucking told you it was not some spirit of the springs, didn't I?
You did.
I did.
And,
Yes.
yeah. We've
Our chieftain is
learned a
most
lot.
wise. You should listen to him more often.
For once we agree, Snuff. Okay, so if the Cloudvales are actively looking for the Soul of Frost, then we need to move quickly. And we need to move against them. He he takes the planning table, flips over the side that currently has battle plans, and as it gets flipped over, you all can see that, and Snarf, you would just know that these were plans to attack the RNA camp in the glacier. So Bravewalker has Brokath has just flipped the table over to the blank side and starts hardly scratching in crude etchings of what, at this point, Thicket and Bastion you would recognize as the general layout of Yagwal. Okay. So, if they are going for the soul, then we do not have much time before they have it. If they do not have it already, they are quite efficient little things. So, I suppose that leaves us with limited options, doesn't it?
To be fair, our options weren't that broad to begin with.
No, they were not. I feel as though, at least from my perspective, our best option is to, at the very least, march all of our remaining forces at them now. Try to take them before they have time to recuperate from the last battle and take them by surprise.
They're relying on equipment, right? Couldn't we sneak in, sabotage their equipment?
You could. That is entirely an option. If that is something you would rather take. That being
It just
said,
feels
there
like a
are
big risk.
Well, no matter what, this is a big risk. Really, I need to know where I'm marching my force. I am either marching it at Yagwal, or I am marching it at the glacier. Or, if you have a better idea, then I am more than happy to hear your thoughts. That question extends to all of you.
Depending on what they know at the glacier, they may be headed for Yagwal as well.
This is entirely
Aye.
possible. At the very
The
least, I'm
differs-
sure Brave Walker has spies in there.
Almost certainly. And, here's my thinking. No matter what, the crew at the glacier, they need the Solar Frost to do whatever it is they're trying to do. So if we, get back to Yogwal as soon as we can, we'll have that advantage.
This is true. My only fear is if they already have the soul. In which case, they may already be on the way to the glacier.
You say that, but
I don't know how true that would be. If they also just learn the soul is there, then...
they just learned it's there, and also, truth be told,
Well,
it's only been a couple of hours since I was in that cave, and it was very caved in.
For the record, it has been
Define
multiple days.
Just.
It has been multiple days. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's been like 3 days.
Yeah, they... I'm pretty sure knew the soul was there when they took me captive. So they have a 3-day head start on us and a fuck ton of mining equipment.
In that case,
And we
Is there a
have, I should also
path?
note, my scouts have been spotting
additional shipments coming in from the coast. We don't know what is in them, but we can only imagine it is some sort of imported equipment.
Do we know imported from where?
No. Unfortunately, my people have been a little too preoccupied with staying alive for the past 2 decades to learn much of the outside world.
Well, we all just need to pray it's nothing from Baphomet.
Thicket, I believe you were saying something earlier. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Well, I'm just thinking, if we're not entirely sure if they are transporting the soul already, couldn't we set up an ambush along some sort of path, whichever path they're most likely to take, from Yagwal to the glacier? And so, if they already have the Solar Frost, we can ambush them as they're going up to the glacier, or if the glacier army is making their way down to Yagwal, we can ambush them on the way. Either way, we'll have the defensive advantage and can take out.
So, my one hole in that plan is that the RNA do not have a standing army in particular. If they are going to take the soul, they will be doing it with stealth more than force. So,
I see.
Brave Walker's people are already... We can already assume they are already there. So, I suppose an ambush is not far from the worst idea in the world.
Ham.
Can
Yes.
we...
As a non-ton,
Mm-hmm.
what would I know about non-ton tactics? And
Make
is
a
there
society
anything I would know that could help us?
Society check, please.
Dirty 20.
Okay. So, yeah, for the most part, the non-ton really... They rely on elite soldiers more than overwhelming force. They have a lot of... they have a lot of spies and scouts, very stealthy people that tend to weaken their enemies, and then they will send in their brutes to mop up the rest. So they definitely don't have a standing army. Like, if you were to hazard a guess, I mean, the RNA tribe itself is has only ever been like a few hundred strong, to your knowledge. Maybe 50 to 100 of them are warriors, if even.
I see. Okay. And what would, like, the most important target be in disrupting a tribe's battle plans?
Honestly, the best way to that you can think of to disrupt a non-ton plan is to take out their leader.
Okay.
So, as far as you can think of, because non-ton have such small numbers, because they're so independent, the only way to send them into real disarray would probably be to take out Brave Walker himself.
Okay.
And as you and Wyatt experienced the last time you met Brave Walker, that is much easier said than done.
Going to say right now that no matter what we do to the RNA army, I don't think they're going to stop unless we deal with Chief Brave Walker. But
I would agree.
That won't be an easy task. Not in the slightest.
No, not
Can
at all.
we keep the Sabretooth camp near Yogwall, but not immediately obvious? Send in a squad of people to try and determine whether or not the soul is still underground, and then figure out our plan from there, because the ambush plan only works if it's out of the ground.
I'm not sure that we have the time. Snarf, do you have any insight on that?
Don't believe that I do currently.
Right. So Bastion, I don't mind that proposal. Unfortunately, our camp right here is about as close as we can easily get without putting ourselves directly into the line of fire. So what we could do, perhaps, is, like you said, send a smaller force to Yagwal, either a detachment or just a small scouting party of some sort, and set the rest up in place for an ambush. That is entirely possible.
I would be happy to either lead the scouting party or the ambush.
What does the rest of you think?
Via steps forward and obviously you see her motioning and says I could sneak us in.
In that case, I will take care of the ambush.
Snarf, you didn't understand what Via just did. She just stepped forward and waved her hands about a bunch.
Do I have any idea? Like, I gather she's communicating, but do I have any idea what she's saying?
Yes. Thicket and Bastion understand Via perfectly fine.
Okay.
So Snarf, who lives with her, does not understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Normally,
Why
Keep would
don't
be-
I understand sign language?
I don't know,
Normally,
maybe because you
Keep
didn't...
would be there translating.
Normally, maybe it's because you didn't show up to session 0, Jacob. Have you considered that?
Fucking
This is your punishment.
despise you. Okay, does someone relay that information to me?
I don't realize that he can't understand her, so I just look at her and go, how?
Yeah, Thicket's gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, nobody relays this
you just looked at
information.
her
Does not realize that you don't understand.
So you realize that Snarf doesn't understand it.
No,
the
no,
second that no. He's
we
no,
assume if
Okay.
us as complete strangers are like, oh, okay, I know what's happening here, you would know what's happening.
Wait, so what is it that you say in response to her? I didn't. You cut out when you said that.
How?
So Snarf hears you say that, and he goes, wait, you can understand her?
Yes,
Yes.
we all can.
Hi.
Okay.
Anyways, so
Why didn't anyone tell me that you can understand her? I always thought that she just liked doing puppet shows.
Snarf,
that is
it's been
enough.
great to meet you. However, battle plans, we need to focus on them. So
What did she say?
you can lead us into the ambush. How can you do that? And also, we need to decide, where is that ambush going to be?
Well, I think
Well,
she
that's
was
what
saying
they
she can
based
lead the stealth force, right?
Yes. She nods.
So does that mean
Then the
scouting
chief would
party?
take the ambush force along the road. And if we give them the signal, that means to attack.
Wait,
Not for
okay,
keep,
hold on.
because
no
you
road.
just said keep.
Wait, okay, hold on. So
The
Vi's
metaphorical
leading.
road.
So Vi's sneaking in. So that means that she's leading the scouting party. Yes.
That to me makes sense.
Sure.
That's like how
In
I
this
interpreted
case.
it. Okay, so in Zed's case, back to character. In Zed's case, Viola will lead the scouting party, and I will go off the information that she finds out. We will set up a camp nearby.
Again, I don't think there is time for any camps. I think if you are going to send a scouting party, then you all need to go in advance.
So
we're in a bit of an all or
we
nothing
go
situation here.
Aye.
I would imagine
I think
that they would take the most direct route to the glacier. My people can find it and do our best to set up an ambush.
Does Squeegee have a weight limit for how much he can carry?
Yes.
Okay. I was trying to find it.
He becomes encumbered at 9 bulk and can carry up to 14 bulk.
So how much bulk are we considering each person?
Squeegee can carry 1 person without being encumbered, and a total of 2. Because each person is 6 bulk.
I also have the cutty run, so I won't need a ride.
I will say, the Cuddy Wren is not stealthy.
It's not stealthy, however...
The Cuddy Wren is currently also on Thicket's shoulder as a tiny bird.
Yeah.
Hello,
but like...
sweet baby. You are not very stealthy when you are in your full form.
But I mean, like, in terms of, like, leading us up there. Or at least leading me up there.
We
when
also
we're getting up there.
Have a number of extra tigers who have lost their riders recently.
Oh, well, that works out. We'll take the extra tigers.
You should maybe not be so excited about that.
Yeah, Via looks so sad by this.
Via's about to, like, adopt 10 more tigers.
Bro, she prefers animals over people. I mean...
the Curtis Sliwa of Salter.
Oh god, not the Curtis Sliwa. Don't.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who that is.
He was one of the mayoral candidates for New York City.
And he adopted 9 cats.
Good for him.
Oh my god. So, okay, let us go through this plan from the top. We can assume that you will be able to transport yourselves to Yagval uneventfully. We can assume that, I hope.
Yes.
One would hope.
So, what are you doing when you get there?
I want to stake out the mine situation they've set up and see if they're still digging. If they're still digging, then we can reassess. If they're not digging, then we should try and figure out either where in camp they have the stone or where they've sent it.
Okay.
That may or may not involve capture and torture of a Cloudvale, depending.
I do like the sound of that.
Okay. That sounds like a net positive.
All right. So, all right. I suppose then the question is, do you plan on taking this completely quietly, or do you want a detachment to go with you to make a loud distraction?
Via looks immediately at Snarf.
These are your forces.
I will not
I'll
be
follow
a
your
distraction. I am a soldier, not a jester.
This is correct. Snuff will not be the distraction. The 4 of you should stick together, and if I find Keep before you leave, then he is going with you as well. But Snuff, you would be in charge of picking and ordering this strike force if you were to take it.
I understand, and I will take it.
Okay.
So I suppose in that case, when do you plan on using this strike force?
As soon as possible, as soon as the first opportunity arises.
Okay.
Is there a way that we can give them a signal?
Watches.
Alternatively, I'd imagine in the case that we need the strike force, I'm assuming we will be under attack, in which case I think the sighting of the Cuttirin would be a good sign in and of itself.
You make a fair point, but if we want to sneak, if we want them as a distraction so that we can try and steal something, can you do that without alerting them to our presence?
This is true. The
That's a
idea
good
is
point.
to not alert the enemy to your presence. Therefore, you will need a way to signal us without the intention of you being spotted or attacked.
Us? Who is us? You are going into the city with us.
Yes, but I am leading the strike force in the ambush group.
Am I confused?
No, I think Snuff is having a difficult time communicating in common. We are not used to speaking your language. And Snarf, Brokath will directly communicate to you in Sabretooth that you are going with the party. You are in charge of giving your orders and battle plans to the detachment that you pick.
Ah, okay, I understand.
And the ambush is like a completely separate thing that's being led by the chief.
Okay.
All right.
So what should our signal be, right? Do we still need a signal, or is that
We do.
not something?
Yes,
Okay.
we still need a signal.
Can you... Can the Cuttirin get up a distance while small and then get big?
Yes, that would be a good distraction. Only issue is I give it about 100 feet before that connection severs, and then you don't have a big bird, you just have a tiny bird in the middle of a giant army. So 100 feet away is the best we can do.
Also worth noting, the Cuttirin can't fly normally.
Aye, that's the other thing. The Cuttirin can't fly normally. That's a bit of my doing. Some magic that I've got. I'm afraid I'm running out of that magic for the day.
Okay. So it's not going to be the bird.
No. Do we have anything that we can fire
Fire.
into the air?
Can we use one of your tigers? Can they go to alert the strike force if they need to act?
Me as Aaron, I was literally checking their distance to do that. As Vaya, she looks so offended by the prospect of this.
From a mechanical standpoint, I don't think there's actually any limit on the distances that Slinky or Skrunkle can go from you.
Yeah, I was checking that because Skrunkle, we said technically was like a familiar, so...
Yeah, they're all... Yeah, Skrunkle's technically familiar, but they're all animal companions, so they are independent animals. They can do whatever. They just won't be able to receive orders from far away.
Yeah,
okay.
I was thinking Skrunkle would be good because Skrunkle is the smallest.
And the fastest, I believe.
That too. I think, let me reopen.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Skrunkle has 40, the other two have 35.
40, yeah. Slinky was...
Good lord.
Yeah. So Vaya at this prospect, she looks offended. But then nods and can she just leave to go get her animals?
Sure.
Okay, she nods and steps out to go collect her children.
As Vaya steps out, is there anything else the rest of you would like to discuss, perhaps?
Thicket, you didn't see Dawncaller.
I'm afraid not. I didn't see Thub's friend either. It's a shame. I was hoping to
Cloudvale
drop
said
off
he was
the,
there. One of the bounty hunters there for our heads. I don't know whether that's true or
Is
not.
that so? Oh, it wouldn't surprise me. Dawn Collar is going to turn up, though. She's around here somewhere.
She was in Croshel.
Aye, but she survived this long. And beyond that, she's a non-tan. I don't know if you gathered this much already, but we're not exactly easy to kill. We're pretty hardy folk.
Well, are you coming, Snarf?
What's I'm coming?
All right then. Prepare your supplies. Snarf, go prepare your squad. And I would recommend that you rest up a little bit. You look like shit.
So, when are we heading out officially?
It's the moment you are ready.
Right, let's
I
give
would
it
hope that you'd be able to get there by nightfall.
by nightfall. And what time is it now?
It's like late afternoon.
Mechanically
Okay.
speaking, we were all reset, or is that not true?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna take a resolve rest then.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should take a resolve
Yes.
rest.
I will say that this is enough time to count as a rest for the night,
Okay.
just for the sake of simplicity.
So, okay, so we are doing a rest for the night.
Yes, now, but you were not reset already. So you can
Okay.
hit the rest for the night button. That goes for Via as well.
Yippee.
All right. So, what do you all do to prepare?
Okay.
As
So
Jacob
I'm out of
clicks his
money,
mouse louder
but-
than the entirety of humanity at once.
I'm out of money, but are there any shops that would be willing to part with any potions? Of
There
healing
aren't
or
really
anything of that sort?
shops here at all. This is a war camp. So
Is there like a
There's-
medics tent?
there's a stockpile. There
I would
are
love to visit the
a
stockpile.
few medics. Yeah, there you do see a few healers running around as you're going about, so we can go with that to start off with. They don't seem to have potions. They seem to just have medic kits.
Oh. Don't suppose you'd be willing to part with one of those med kits there, would ya?
I suppose we have a few extra, but I think that we are going to need them.
Fair enough. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure how to use those anyways, so...
So
gonna
I would
leave you
say they can provide an expanded healer's toolkit. If you would like that.
I forget, do I need to be trained in medicine to use one of those?
Let me double check.
I think you do.
You do not. You just need to be
You don't?
wearing or holding a healer's toolkit to use treat wounds.
Okay, yeah, I will take one of those then.
Okay. Excellent. Alright, so you now have an expanded healer's toolkit in your inventory, and you are encumbered.
Oh, so I am.
Alright.
Well, we can first and foremost take the Cuddy Wren egg out of your inventory.
Oh,
Since
yes,
that is
we can get rid of
hatched.
that.
That would help.
All right. So
could I drop the coal as well?
Sure. Yeah,
You
we'll just
still
say
have the
you
coal?
trade that for your healer's toolkit.
Beautiful.
All right, excellent. You're still encumbered.
Oh, shoot.
So while Colby figures out how to manage his inventory, Bastion, what do you want to do with your time?
I think she's going to find a campfire I don't remember the exact distance, 75 feet from Thicket.
Okay.
And she's not actually performing anything. It's more like she's kind of nervously running through scales and chord progressions that may actually be a song, but like if it is, it doesn't entirely sound like one because she's just doing it so rapidly for the repetition to do something with her hands.
Is she
All right.
close to Thicket right now?
No.
No, she's actively set
Okay.
up away from Thicket.
Okay, I was trying to picture the sound.
Okay, so Bastion is off doing that. Why don't you make a performance check?
Let's see how that goes, shall we? That is a 31.
Yeah, your playing seems to actually serve to relax and somewhat inspire the troops around you, who manage to take a breath as they hear your music and reflect a little bit while they go about preparing for what comes next.
Well, that's nice.
And I would say, Bastion, you very much observe. Before you started playing, the Sabretooth were very much like frantic, but now it seems they're feeling kind of sad. As if the weight of everything is setting in on them now that the adrenaline is wearing off.
Now I'm wondering if I've made it worse.
Well, it seems like, at the very least, you've encouraged them. They seem calmer.
That's nice.
So,
Can I do one last thing
yes.
before we move on? Is there any war paint that I could use?
Yes, they definitely have war paint.
I would like to give Thicket some of that, reflecting the paint that's on his icon currently.
You have paint on your icon?
Oh, never mind. I'll send you an updated version. I added a little bit of war paint, but just some paint, just some dark lines going down his face, and then some additional war paint for the Cutty run.
Okay. All right. Vaya, what are you up to? What are you doing with your time to prepare?
Vaya is making sure Scrunkles, Slinky, and Squeegee are well fed, that they are hydrated. She's just getting them ready basically for this battle. And sneaking in and all that.
Okay. And as you're working on this, you are approached by one of the shamans.
Oh.
And you don't actually know his name. What you do know is that he is one of the only other followers of Kuro that you're aware of. At least you believe he probably is, on account of the never speaking thing.
Just like me for real, bro.
You've probably made eye contact a few times, but you've never really interacted. And he approaches silently, like you barely notice him. He reaches out a hand for one of the for your cats to sniff, and Skrunkle sort of hisses at him. He retracts the hand slowly, looks at you, reaches into his belt and pulls out a crystal. A crystal of pure ice with a glowing core, and hands it to you.
He looks at it in confusion.
Via, why don't you go ahead and make a recall knowledge check for me? So that would be nature, arcana, occultism, religion, society, any of the mental skills. Tanning lore, if you really think that'll help.
Yes, this is the weird glowing stone they use to tan hides.
That is a 28.
For what check?
I
what
did
skill?
a religion.
Religion, okay. Yeah, so you recognize this as basically your people's equivalent of artillery. These are... What he's basically just handed you is a live grenade. These crystals are...
So question.
Yes.
When you say that, do you mean my people as in followers of our god, or
as in the Sabertooth? The Sabertooth.
Okay.
These are known mostly as force crystals or kinetic crystals. They are an ice crystal magically formed around a core of pure magical energy. So if thrown, if anything breaks the crystal, it lets out that energy in a burst. So you now have one kinetic crystal in your inventory.
Oh, hell yeah. She looks confused until she realizes what it is, and her eyes widen in shock, and she signs thank you.
The shaman nods and does the motion of respect and good luck.
Was it back?
He walks away. Snarf, what are you doing with your time?
I'm kind of just like going around to all the soldiers, making sure that they all know what's going on, and make sure that they're all prepared, that they have all their equipment ready and checked, and making sure that their commanders are also like briefed and properly and aware of what's going on.
So on that note, while you are in charge of preparing your detachment, your strike force, so how many soldiers are you taking, and what are you looking for when you're picking?
So basically, I mean, I'm like, do we have like an idea of how big the stealth party is going to be?
The stealth party is going to be the 4 of you. And you're picking a detachment to act as your distraction. And then everyone else is going with Brokath to the main ambush.
Right, okay. Yeah, so, in that case, then basically who I'm going to be looking for for the strike force, because you said the strike force is going to be the distraction, yes?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to be clear on that.
Mhm.
So basically, what I'd be looking for are people who who are going to be able to hold their own for a little bit, but like aren't going to be I'm not looking to waste muscle here. I'm kind of looking for a good balance of like can hold their own, but we can live without them, or like we can go on without them. Not live without them. That came out wrong.
So you pick the most expendable soldiers you have. Got it.
No, not the most expendable soldiers that we have. Not the most expendable. But like a good balance.
Okay. And how many are you picking?
So if there's going to be 4 of us in the stealth team, then I would probably choose. How many soldiers are there?
A couple hundred.
A couple hundred.
Like
okay.
there's probably little under 200, probably close to like 150 or so soldiers total.
Okay.
So whatever you take with you for this detachment is being taken away from the main ambush force, but Brokath has given you free reign to do as you see fit.
Right. So do we know how many soldiers they're going to be up against?
No.
We do not. Okay. In that case, I'm going to say 30.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you pick 30 soldiers.
Like a probing force here, not so much
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay. All right. So is there anything else that any of you wish to say or do as you are preparing?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I've done about everything that I want to do.
Okay. All right then.
I think I'm good as well. Sorry, I have to relaunch Foundry. My laptop died.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. So, yeah, you all spend some time resting, recovering, preparing, and before you know it, it's time to get moving. Those of you who don't already have a mount are provided with one, and you set off as the sun begins to set. You don't have terribly long ahead of you. According to Snarf, you have a few hours' journey. By the time you get there, it'll be nearly midnight. So, which side of town would you like to approach from? North, south, east, west?
So
If
I was just going to say, if I'm remembering correctly, the well is to the southwest.
The well is in dead center of town.
Oh, dead center. Oh, fuck me. Never mind then. Bastion, what were you going to say?
Damn.
I was gonna ask if they had set up their encampment in any particular way.
So, you don't know as you've not approached yet. I'm asking which side of town you're approaching from outright.
Fair enough. I just didn't know if we were like close enough that I could see something. But
Considering there's 35 of you, you're staying pretty low and far away so you don't get spotted.
that's fair. Okay. Which direction are we coming from?
Generally, from the northwest.
I feel
Any
like
votes?
personally,
Yes.
I feel like the east just feels right for some reason.
Okay.
Sure.
That's
I mean, do we
fine.
want to leave the main strike force here and then we go around to the east?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Okay. So you're setting, just to confirm, you're setting your main strike force to the northwest of town, and the rest of you are going around to the other side.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So, dumb question. Snarf, are you coming with us and sending
Yes.
the other four? Okay.
The party is sticking together. I am not splitting the party here.
Okay.
Not again.
I just wanted to make
Jen.
sure.
Please no.
Okay. So all right. So as you start going around, Snarf, you give your orders. What do you tell everyone the signal is?
Well, we said that. I thought that people were leaning more towards the flying thing. What was it called?
The cutting room?
I think we were gonna use the cat, right?
Yeah, we were
was
gonna
that.
use Skrunkle.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, we'll use the cat.
Okay. All right. So you tell them that when they see the cat, it's go time. Excellent. So as you
It'd be
all,
really funny if they saw like a stray cat that kind of looks like the one that they were told to was the signal, and they just like went like 10 minutes early.
yes, because there's so many stray cats in the middle of the fucking tundra.
It could be.
It'd be so funny for them to all get slaughtered because of a stray cat.
Be kind of hilarious, actually.
That's actually
It's actually hilarious.
So with that, yeah, you all start making your way around, and Bastion, how are you feeling?
Nervous. Cloudvales are highly equipped people.
True. And Vaya, how are you feeling?
Vaya is feeling confident in her abilities, but she's very concerned for Skrunkle.
Fair enough.
Yeah, her sweet baby boy's gonna be running across the battlefield.
Thicket, how are you feeling?
Thicket is admittedly a little nervous going into this battle, but also ready and determined to make up for his last encounter with the Sabertooths.
Okay. And Snarf, how are you feeling?
I'm okay.
That's all you're gonna give me?
I mean, I'm prepped. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Snarf is constantly high on caffeine. Like, do you think there's any thoughts going through that head?
Yeah, like I didn't sleep. I just like chugged another coffee and was ready to go.
How you look at like an orange cat and you're like, there's no thoughts behind those eyes? I'm pretty sure that Snarf is just a painted orange cat.
Go King, give us nothing.
Bro's brain is just TV static.
And with that, we'll see you next time on Soul of Frost.
We want to give a special shout out to our first member on Buy Me a Coffee, Jane Meyer. Thank you so much for your support, Jane. It really means the world.